The movie plot starts with two primary characters are known as the young girl and the Chinese man. The events take place in Vietnam. The daughter of a bitter, fearful, poverty-stricken French family, living in a rural area, she wears an old linen dress and a fedora and paints her lips bright red when out of her mother's sight. Her weak-willed, widowed mother is a schoolteacher to local children. There is a violent, opium-smoking older brother and a timid younger brother. The girl is a loner but an excellent student who dreams of being a writer. The girl meets the Chinese man when crossing the river on the ferry to return to the city after a school holiday. The ferry ride across the Mekong River serves as the serendipitous stage where the girl and the Chinese man's lives become intricately entwined. The river, a metaphor for the currents of fate, carries them towards a connection that defies societal norms and beckons them into uncharted waters. The Chinese man, heir to a real estate fortune and recently returned from the cosmopolitan allure of Paris, finds himself captivated by the girl's presence on the crowded ferry. His exterior, adorned with the trappings of wealth, belies the insecurities that simmer beneath. The girl, donned in her old linen dress and felt hat, becomes an unwitting muse, an embodiment of innocence against the backdrop of the bustling river crossing. Their initial encounter is marked by awkward conversation, a dance of words that reveals more about their inner worlds than the sentences exchanged. The age disparity, a silent specter looming over their budding connection, is acknowledged but not dwelled upon as the girl, in a voiceover, artfully alters her age, a deliberate choice that sets the stage for the complex romance that follows. The journey takes an unexpected turn when the Chinese man, spurred by a mix of desire and uncertainty, extends an invitation for the girl to join him in his chauffeur-driven limousine bound for Saigon. The luxurious vehicle becomes a vessel for both physical and emotional exploration, a space where their contrasting worlds collide. The limousine becomes a cocoon of intimacy, shielding them from the prying eyes of a society that would frown upon their unconventional connection. As the vehicle wins its way through Saigon's streets, the dichotomy of their lives is brought to the forefront, the opulence of the car contrasting sharply with the simplicity of the girl's linen dress. The next day unfolds with a sense of clandestine anticipation as the Chinese man waits outside the girl's boarding school. Their secret liaison deepens as he ushers her into a discreet room in the heart of the Chinese Quarter, a space reserved for hidden rendezvous. The room, dimly lit and filled with the scent of secrecy, becomes a sanctuary for their stolen moments, where societal expectations momentarily lose their grip. In this hidden enclave, age, social status, and cultural differences are momentarily forgotten. The room bears witness to a passionate dance between two souls navigating the uncharted waters of forbidden love. The clandestine nature of their affair intensifies the allure, making each stolen moment more precious, knowing that the world outside would not understand. The river, the limousine, and the secret room weave together a tapestry of forbidden romance, where every encounter is laden with the weight of societal judgment. As their connection deepens, the inevitability of their diverging paths becomes apparent, like a current pulling them in separate directions. The subtlety of their physical connection, his hand tremblingly taking hers during the limousine ride, evolving into a more intimate touch by the journey's end, captures the progression of their emotions. It is a silent acknowledgement that their love is a fleeting flame, destined to be extinguished by the harsh winds of reality. As the metaphorical river of fate continues to flow, carrying the girl and the Chinese man towards separate destinies, their affair remains etched in the secret corners of their hearts. The ferry, the limousine, and the hidden room become symbols of a love that dared to defy societal norms, leaving an indelible mark on the canvas of their lives. They realize that a future together is unthinkable because she is scheduled to return to Paris soon, and he is to make an arranged marriage with a Chinese heiress. Aware of the limited time they have together, they fall into a relationship in which they shed all responsibilities that come with commitment. Every day after school, the girl goes to his room, where they have passionate moment with each other. The girl's family initially discovers the affair, and though at first they seem furious, they condone it because the man is wealthy and can pay off some of their debts with his money. Despite his wealth and their poverty, the family treats him with contempt as he is not European. The affair continues passionately, and the man even goes so far as to beg his father to grant him the permission to marry her instead of entering into his arranged marriage with someone, but his father would rather see him dead than with a white girl. Though devastated, the man marries his arranged bride by his father, and the girl boards a ship days later to return to France. Decades later, she has become a successful writer. In the final scene, she tells us that the Chinese man is visiting France and has telephoned her.
And with the trembling it had found the accent.